but they came around later on in a way I never even expected, because I always led with curiosity and naivety. And so I always thought, well, A, why not me? That's a huge philosophy of mine. Like, if it can happen to that person, why can't it happen to me? So I'm going to make an attempt, and asking a ton of questions, like always being interested. Being interested to me has always been way more important than being interesting. I'm always super curious about what people are doing, what they're doing, how they're doing it, what this is, what is that, because that's where opportunities really flourish. That's where you learn about things that you otherwise would never know about.
It's time for a quick break. There are millions of potential products to buy, so how do you know which ones are worth your hard-earned money? Simple. You go to nextlevelguy.com/affiliates and explore those that will transform and improve your life. You'll find deals, listener exclusives, and special offers with some great companies. Recommendations are 100% honest and only on items Ian has tried or believes in. The companies showcased will make you a better man in all areas of your life. Simply go to nextlevelguy.com/affiliates and level up.
No, it's a fantastic answer, because I think that's the problem. Is a lot of people are sitting just now going, "Yeah, I'll try to be more bold. I'll try to do this. I'll try to do that." But how do you? Because in normally I have a system. I want goal setting. I want data metrics that I'm going to review, all this kind of jazz. But
Yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
book, you talk about almost it's better to be naive. Almost it's better to just go into it and and just go for it rather than analysis paralysis. And thinking about it. How do you actually
Oops.
get
Yeah.
people to get into it? How do we make it a lifelong journey, this self venture, rather than, well, I'm going to do this, this, and this. I want to do this review. And, how do you make this sort of fluid thing where we're kind of seeing the change and growing and developing and looking back and going, fuck, I've gone so far. This is what I'm now going to do, and just keep like you were doing, how you just kept. I wonder what happens if I push this. What happens if I do that? What happens if I ask the festival to use their camera to record for my premiere video? It's all these amazing things you did. How do you kind of just keep that motivation to be open and creative and just willing to learn? Because a lot of people are shut off. They don't have that gene or that kind of part of them. How would you get people to start doing that and not just sit and plan for decades and never do anything?
I think that people have to, like I said earlier, people need to want to, not want to live a life of meh or good enough. They have to want to have more. That's the first part. You can't force someone to want something that they don't want for themselves, right? And the second part is to create some type of uh, plan for yourself. I mean, I'm not a big plan person necessarily. I believe in having a direction, not a destination. But I think the best, I hate the word motivation, but the best motivator is when people see themselves succeed. And how do they do that? And again, it's through momentum and action, right? Because I believe that action drives momentum. Something in motion stays in motion. You know, something stagnant stays stagnant. So the stop is in the start. Someone has to start the process.